Will now come to order. We stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, honorable city council members, to Mayor McCrate, our city treasurer Stacy Page, the deputy clerk, our city attorney, our administrative staff, and audience. Welcome to the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting under the newly elected legislative body, and today's date is Monday, November 8th, 2021. Members of the public wishing to participate in this meeting may do so under the public comment portion of the agenda. Please fill out a request to speak public comment card located on the table in the back of the chambers and hand it to the deputy clerk. Additionally, members of the public who are viewing tonight's meeting via our broadcast channel or YouTube Live can submit their comments to publiccomment@romulusgov.com. And at this time, we will have roll call. Councilwoman Abdo?
Here.
Councilman Barton?
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe?
Here.
Councilwoman Talley?
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth?
Here.
Councilwoman Webb?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Williams.
Here.
Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you.
Tonight's regular council meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. Number 3, petitioner. Number 4, chairperson's report. 5, mayor's report. 6, clerk's report. 7, treasurer's report. 8, public comment. 9, unfinished business. 10, new business. 11, warrant. 12, communication. And number 13, adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the regular council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved to accept the agenda as presented.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the agenda as presented. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Number 2, minutes. For approval are the minutes from the regular meeting held on Monday, November 1st, 2021 at 7:30 p.m.
Mr. Chairman, I will move that we approve the regular council meeting of Monday, November the 1st.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from our regular meeting held on Monday, November the 1st, 2021 at 7:30 p.m. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
There are no petitioners on the agenda this evening. Takes us to number 4, the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At this time, the chairperson doesn't have a report tonight.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for approval of the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening, City Council. Good evening, Madam Treasurer, Madam Clerk, and the viewing audience. It's great to be here this evening. A couple items before my report I just want to talk about. We all know Veterans Day is coming up in the city of Romulus. We know how important our veterans are to us. So this Thursday, 11/11, is Veterans Day. The Romulus VFW, the Donovan Post 78, open to the public. Stop in and say hi. Thank you. They do their annual toast at 11/11 on 11/11. So if you have a chance, stop in and say hi to them. Let's see. The VFW and the City of Romulus are also resuming our annual clothing drive to support the MVF, the Michigan Veterans Foundation. It's a homeless veteran shelter we've worked with for years. Romulus did a great job supporting those. men and women who have sacrificed for our community and fallen on hard times. So they will be having a drive, gently used outdoor clothing, blankets, sheets, toiletries. Residents who wish to donate can drop those things off at either the VFW post, City Hall will be a collection point, the Department of Public Service will be a collection point on Wayne Road, and also Fire Station number 4 on Eureka Road. So if anybody wants to donate any of those items, we'll get them down there to our men and women who have served our country and are now working through a homeless shelter. Also, our annual Wreaths Across America event. Information and sale will begin on the 10th of November. The event will be on the 18th, and as you know, this is a nationwide event. On the same day, at the same time across the country, wreaths are laid at the graves of our men and women who have served this country and passed on. Romulus done a great job supporting that event in the past, and I look forward to doing another successful event this year in December. I'd also like to thank the city clerk, Madam Bragg, and her committee for the inaugural event we had today. Great job. I think it was done very well, so I appreciate that, and I want to thank you for that. And also, thank you to all the electeds for stepping up and working for our community, and also to the voters of the city of Romulus as well, too. Those are the few things I wanted to talk about before my report. One item I have on my report, I requested City Council to concur with the administration and authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into a 4-year retainer agreement with Stephen Hitchcock of the law firm Gianmarco, Mullins, and Horton, P.C.
Through the chair, if I may.
Yes, Ms.
I'd
Webb.
like to make that motion to concur with administration and authorize the mayor and the clerk to enter into a 4-year term retainer agreement with Stephen Hitchcock of the law firm. Gianmarco. I know, I just stopped.
I'll support that.
Okay, it's been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, to concur with the administration and authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into a 4-year retainer agreement with Stephen Hitchcock and the law firm of Gianmarco, Mullins, and Horton, P.C. Any discussion?
Yes. Yes, I would like to ask the mayor, in this 4-year contract, what's the amount of attendance at council meetings with Mr. Hitchcock be? Will it be every meeting?
You want to take a shot at that?
Yeah, I mean, probably not every, I mean, I'm willing to be here at every meeting, but at least historically, I don't know whether Mayor Craig's got a different way he wants to do it. There were some meetings which there was nothing on the agenda that appeared required me to be there, so I did not do it.
Well, I noticed with the last administration, you, maybe in the last 2 years of the former administration, you were here every meeting. So I just want to know before I vote, will you be here every meeting, whether we need you or not, or would you, is the contract saying only when needed?
Correct, when needed, so,
When needed?
yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
No, that's right.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you.
Number 6 is the clerk's report, and as you can see, I have several action items under my report, but before I ask you to take action, just want to give a few shout-outs and acknowledgments, just with regards to the election. Mayor McCray had mentioned the inaugural, but it was a team effort. So I want to thank Chief of Staff, your administrative assistant, Jill Lambert, and Maria Lambert, as well as my deputy clerk and administrative assistant. We were the committee putting this together, so it was an honor to do this today. It was a lot of work, but it was an honor, and I thought it was a very nice swearing-in ceremony this afternoon. So thank you. Also, we had our election last week, and I want to congratulate all of you on your successful campaign and being reelected, and welcome back. and also to our newly elected mayor, Mayor McCrate. Elections are tough. Elections require a lot of work. Now there's a lot of technology that's intertwined with putting on elections. So I just want to give some shout outs and thank yous to all of the election inspectors who worked in the precincts, to our AV counting board, our receiving board inspectors. We have road clerks that came in to help us set up the precincts and help us carry things and also put things away. So we want to give some shout outs to our road clerks, to DPW for all the work that they do, picking up the equipment and delivering the equipment in the precincts, putting out signs, to our administrative staff who have just jumped in there to help us out wherever needed. A few that I really would like to mention, we have Roger Cadu, Chief Dave Allison, our city assessor Julie Albert, our senior center coordinator Rose Swidan, the team and staff over at the RAC, even our IT department. They were all great, and they just pitch in wherever wherever we need them. So I want to say thank you. And then, of course, Romulus Community Schools, Billy Garland and the staff, all the principals, they were very supportive in working with us, making sure the precincts were open, timely. West Village Estates, and then also we have a local business that really helped us out a lot. We did a lot of business with them when it came to training and trying to feed the election workers. That was the Cottage Inn. They were great, and so I can't even tell you how many pizzas we ordered from them to feed everyone, but I just want to give a shout out to the Cottage Inn team there. And then last but certainly not least, our clerk's office staff, our deputy clerk, DeJean Hockenhull, Sean Mullins, Ann Lammers, and we had our elections clerk, Katie Tomasic, who is now the city clerk in Gibraltar. But a lot of long hours, a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication, and so I want to just publicly thank them for all of your hard work. I know our AV numbers got out a little later than what we planned. Again, it's not like in the old days. There's just, even though our AV county board got everything done, but the technology piece to it, there's just layers of it, and it just takes a little bit longer just to make sure all the numbers are adding up, and you don't want to just throw them out there. So I want to apologize to that publicly. Again, sorry we got them out later than what we planned, but we did get the numbers out, and I want to say that our election has been certified from the Wayne County Bureau of Elections. So again, thank you everyone for your support, and to all the voters who came out and voted. And with that we're going to dive right into the action items. So 6A, adoption of Robert's Rules of Order Parliamentary Procedure. In accordance with Section 6.9 of the Romulus City Charter, the council shall determine its own rules and order of business. It is necessary that council adopt Robert's Rules of Orders or some other form of parliamentary procedure.
Through the chair,
Yes, Ms. Talley.
I'd like to make that motion for the adoption of Robert's Rules of Orders in accordance with Section 6.9 of the Romulus City Charter. The council shall determine its own rules and orders of business. It is necessary that council adopt these rules, and I make that motion.
All right.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for adoption of the Robert Rules of Order. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. 6B, scheduling of regular meetings. In accordance with Section 6.4 of the Romulus City Charter, the council shall meet not less than 3 times each month in the council chambers in the city of Romulus at times and dates to be determined by the council at the first meeting thereof after each general city election. If any time set for the holding of a regular meeting of the council shall fall on a legal holiday, then such regular meeting shall be held at the same time and place on the next secular day, which is not a holiday. We're also suggesting and asking council to consider that you adopt a resolution to cancel the regular meetings on the Mondays prior to an August and November general election. And basically, we're asking that you not cancel it, but move that those meetings to the third Monday of the month, only for the, the months that we have elections, each stated months to accommodate the demands of the primary and general elections. I know you all had discussed it a while back, and I think for the presidential, you all were so considerate enough to, to cancel a meeting, just so that we would have time to set up. So again, with adopting the dates, we're just asking if we can just move that first Monday to the third Monday. So then in the months of, just to recap, August and November, those meetings would be held on the second, third, and fourth Mondays.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Mr. Wadsworth.
I will move that we keep our council meetings to the first, second, and the fourth Mondays, except for the election in August and November. If I covered it enough.
Second on that?
No, I have a discussion before we make that motion
Oh,
as
wait.
a made possible
Wait.
correction.
Ms. Webb, second it first, and then we'll go into discussion. You second it?
Support.
Okay. It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Talley, for scheduling of the regular meetings. Discussion.
Okay. December 26th, Ms. Clerk, 2022. Calendar. That's a Monday, the day after Christmas.
December 22nd, 2022?
26th.
26. That's still a date, yeah, we would still have that,
Okay.
a meeting on that day. I know
Okay.
that's happened before, so I don't
No,
believe
I was
it.
just double checking.
Yeah, I did check it out,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Any other discussion? Ms. Abdo?
Madam Clerk, on November in 2022, you've got us for November 7th, 4th, and 28th. Is that a typo?
Let me ask my deputy clerk here and see if that's correct.
Or is that the? Just checking.
Calendar here.
I believe that what was placed here was the, those dates, the original dates for November, and I believe that is a typo.
Okay.
And I will double, it is a typo, I apologize there. So you're absolutely correct that it is a typo, and so that date would be,
The 14th?
right, it would be the,
14th.
right. It
Okay.
would be the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th. That is a typo.
Okay.
So the 7th would, we wouldn't have a meeting on the 7th because the election date, it would be on the 8th. And I apologize for that. We were juggling down. That looks like just a typo. Should be the 14th.
Ms. Roscoe?
Again, with your August and November, Planning Commission meets on that Monday night, on the third Monday night. Have you talked to?
So it would be,
the
so
chair-
that, right. So those dates, I apologize, would be the 8th, the 15th, the 8th, the 15th, and the 29th. So Right. The first Monday would be August 1st. So we kind of left it the same until you approved it, and then we would go in and change, the original dates. So it should be, we're asking for August the 8th, August the 15th, and August the 29th. And actually, August 2022 is going to work out for us because the election will be on August the 2nd. So we will make that correction. Go ahead.
No, my question was the third, so we're going to do the second, third, and fourth Mondays.
Yes.
The third Monday is the Planning Commission Monday nights in here at 7. So have
Okay.
you talked to the chair?
We'll talk to them and find out. We're just, the problem is that we're asking, we have to have 3 meetings a month, so we can't cancel the Monday. We actually, we did consult with the attorney, so you can't cancel the meeting.
Oh,
So
I
you
know
have
we
to
can't cancel them.
Right, so it's just with, having it on that first Monday prior to the election is really tough. Go ahead.
And the other question I have is, since we're going over the calendar, in December 26th is on a Monday, the 25th is on a Sunday, so usually the city offices are closed the following day after a holiday is like that. So are we closed on the 26th of December next year? I would say that would be our Christmas holiday here.
Are we going to be closed? I haven't seen a 2022 calendar yet, so.
That's always
So
been
we're
rule
going to
of
be
thumb.
closed. Okay. Then it would follow on the next secular day on the 27th.
Okay.
Right. We'll make those corrections
Yeah,
for you.
just since we're going over it.
Any other discussion?
Through the chair, if I may?
Yes, go ahead, Ms.
When we
Webb.
go back to the November 2022, we have the 7th, the 14th, and the 28th. Okay, I guess I'm confused because the 1st of November is the election. Well, no, it's not.
No, it
No.
would be the 8th.
So
because
it'd be the 8th, the 14th, and the 28th. Okay, thank you.
Correct, and we'll work it out with the planning commission
Okay.
and see what they're doing.
Okay. It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Talley, for the scheduling of our regular meeting. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Thank you, and I'm sorry for that confusion there. That takes us to 6C, election of chairman pro tem. And in accordance with Section 6.3C of the Romulus City Charter, the council shall also elect a chair pro tem who shall preside over the meetings of the council in the absence of the chairman of the council, and in the event of a vacancy occurring in the office of the chairman of the council or chairman pro tem, the council shall elect from its membership to fill such vacancies. And just for the record, historically, that position has always been appointed to or elected to the council person who received the second highest number of votes. So that's been the practice historically, and we went all the way back as far as we could just to see how, just why, just that practice. So historically, it has always been, I guess, elected to or appointed to the council person who received the second highest number of votes.
Yes, Madam Clerk, I agree. I know that in the past, the chairman pro temp always went to the second highest voter. And I am in agreement with that. I think that should continue because if we change it, maybe we should do it in another election, if you're going to change those rules. But since this election is over with, I think we should abide by the second highest voter as being the chairman pro tem. So I would say let's continue doing what we did in the past of electing the second highest voter as the council pro tem. Thank you.
A motion will be in order at this time.
Mr. Chair, with that all being said, the second highest vote getter this election year was Ms. Williams. So with that being said, and your comments, I would make the motion to put her in that position.
I support it.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Webb, for the chairman pro tem for Ms. Williams. In discussion.
Yes.
Yes, Ms. Talbot.
Thank you, Madam Clerk, for giving us that historical background. But can you tell us what the charter says about that role, please? Just for the record.
Sir, just 6.3C, just of the Romulus City Charter, the council shall also elect a chairman pro tem who shall preside over the meetings of the council in the absence of the chairman of the council, and in the event of a vacancy occurring in the office of the chairman of the council or chairman pro tem, the council shall elect from its membership to fill such vacancies.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Just wanted to have it on the record.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. In a second on that, and then we'll discuss it. In a
Need
second.
a second.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Webb. I can put my glasses back on? Okay. Discussion.
Yes. As the clerk said, as we all know, it has been historically, even in 2017, when Councilwoman Tina Talley received the second highest votes, there was no issue. I think it's wrong to even be discussing this, because when the people vote, and we've been in a normal practice to do certain things a certain way, then why all of a sudden, this election, it ends up on the agenda to change it? It shouldn't have never been a vote. The people spoke at the polls. The people spoke. We begged them, literally pleaded with the people to put us back in office. And then we get in office and we want to disregard the votes of the people. And then to the council, I'm not for sure if you're aware of this, but to my knowledge, every chairperson has always sit next to the mayor pro tem. I don't know if anybody paid that attention. When I approached our mayor pro tem, he said, no, we're going to keep the same seating. What's any different? I've never seen it be this way. So I sit where I was sitting as if Councilwoman Talley is still the chairperson. And it's not against Councilwoman Talley. I'm talking to our mayor pro tem. He said it's his, and I don't know, I've asked the clerk, is that the call of our mayor pro tem? Because if you're the chairperson, then you should be sitting in a chairperson's seat. That's what everybody else has always done. So for the mayor pro tem to change it, it's just wrong. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, how much do I have to take from my colleagues? And I want to say this to the audience, seriously, Mr. Wadsworth, I talked with Councilwoman Celeste, Councilwoman Webb. They were totally against this from the beginning. So I want the residents to know that. They was not going along with it. They thought it was ridiculous. And as a human, and as supposed to be your colleagues, you say move on. The ceremony today was all about God, and we're going to move on, and we're going to do this. And behind it is wicked, evil, hateful things going on. And it's not fair. It's not fair. I said, no, serious. I said at other meetings, I said at other meetings, I understand some don't like me. I understand that. I clearly understand that. But this has proven it. This. Because how dare this even be a vote when it never has before?
John.
It's shameful.
Yes,
It is, it's shameful. And I say to the mayor pro tem, he should be ashamed of himself because it was everybody else's fault but his. But he's the mayor pro tem.
and
I wanna know.
that's why I'm not going to change the seating.
But that's your choice.
That's my choice.
But
Thank you
can't the
very much.
council vote on it? Because you only have one vote.
That's
Mayor
okay.
pro tem.
We'll run the vote.
So I tell you what, let's put it to a vote, to the
Okay.
council.
Yes.
Because you don't run the.
No,
entire council.
we ain't putting it to no vote. I'm the chairman.
no.
I'm the chairman here.
No, it don't matter whether
I'm
you're
the
the chairman.
I'm the
It-
chairman.
it
I run
don't
the
matter,
meeting.
John.
It does matter.
No, it doesn't.
It does. You're not
I
gonna
can
run,
make a
you're not
motion.
gonna run this council by yourself.
I can make a
Okay.
motion. Once this is over, I can make a motion that we vote on it, John. Don't tell me the rules. I
I'm
know the
not
rules.
changing the seating.
Move on.
No, Ms.
We
Watson.
gotta
this
move
is
on. We
serious.
gotta move on now.
No, we're not moving on.
We're
We
gonna
can
move
close
on. You're
this
not gonna
one.
run
I'm
this.
gonna make a motion. Yes, sir.
Mr. Wadsworth, please. Go ahead.
If I could, I sat in this seat for
not gonna run no.
5 terms
No,
as the
you,
chairman,
Brother John.
as the chairman of the council, and I wasn't put next to the mayor pro
Listen to what
tem.
he
So this isn't some voodoo practice that John's trying to do.
Right.
You know, and for every term I've been here, we've always taken a vote to nominate a person to sit at number 2. We've always voted.
Last year, 17?
It's going back,
17?
yes, we did.
Okay.
You know,
'Cause we did.
we've always taken
No,
a
we did.
vote on this issue, going back to 1983. And I sat for 5 terms as number 2, and I've never left this seat except when it was to go.
Thank you.
Yeah,
He's speaking, y'all.
meetings.
Please, order. Please, order.
No.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
may I just want, there's one correction, Councilman Williams. The charter dictates that you have to vote on the chairman pro tem, and that is, we've always,
That's not my argument.
yeah, I'm just saying that, that's
not my
why
argument. But
this
we
is up
never
for a
have.
vote.
We didn't do it in 17.
Yes, we
That's all
did.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
No, we did.
Yes, we did.
It's in the minutes. We did, we've always done it. It's in the minutes, it's on the agenda. So it's always been, because of the charter, to vote for your chairman pro tem.
We can move on.
Okay,
Yes,
but I'm
thank
just
you.
saying that is, you have to vote on it.
Yes, let's,
Excuse me, through the chair, there's a motion on the floor.
thank you. Roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
No.
Ms. Abdo?
No.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
6D,
Thank you.
Advisory Appointment Committee. It is necessary for the city council to appoint 3 representatives to the Executive Advisory Committee. The Executive Advisory Committees meet at will to review new appointment recommendations to various committees and commission. The committee consists of 3 councilpersons, one of whom shall be the chairperson.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe.
I would like to, I know we need to elect 3 people for that position. I would like to nominate Ms. Webb, Mr. Wadsworth, and yourself, John Barton.
Support.
You said on that before, right?
Who supported? Ms. Abdo supported? Okay. It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo for Advisory Appointment Committee. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams? Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6E, appointment of council representatives pursuant to Chapter 42, Article 2, Section 42-20B of the City of Romulus Code of Ordinance. It's necessary for council to appoint a member to the Planning Commission with a term that is concurrent with the city council term.
Through the chair, if I may,
Ms. Webb?
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Councilwoman Celeste Roscoe.
Motion by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Williams, to appoint Ms. Roscoe to the Planning Commission. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams? Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe? Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6F, appointment of council representatives to the Pension Committee. It is necessary for council to appoint a member to the City of Romulus Employee Pension Committee pursuant to Appendix B, Article 6, Section 38.6.3B of the City of Romulus Code of Ordinance.
Any motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Mr. Wadsworth?
I won't nominate myself, but I've been serving on this commission for the past 10 years.
You're not going to take.
Motion on the floor.
You don't want, do you want to be on it?
No, I'll serve on it.
I serve on
This
it.
is the Pension Commission.
Yeah,
The pension.
Pension Commission.
pension.
Do you want to serve on?
It's the, wait a minute, Madam Clerk, we're referring to the health care or the,
At that end.
Employee
pension committee.
Right, the Employee Pension Committee.
No.
That's not the healthcare one.
I was on the retirees one.
Okay.
Never
No,
mind.
you want the last
I
one.
made a mistake.
That's okay.
You want to be on it, Eva?
No, aren't you on the board?
Why you got to nominate?
Ms. Abdo, you want to be on?
Sure, I'll do it again. Nobody wants it.
Ms. Abdo would like to
It's
be-
every quarter on a Wednesday.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I'll nominate Mrs. Abdu to sit on the pension board.
Second on that?
Support.
Okay. Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Talley, for appointment on the Pension Committee for Ms. Abdo. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams? Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6G, appointment of council representative to the Cemetery Board of Trustees pursuant to Chapter 2, Article 7, Section 2-4091 of the City of Romulus Code of Ordinance. It is necessary for council to appoint a non-voting member to the Cemetery Board of Trustees with the term that is concurrent with the city council term.
Through the chair.
Yes, Ms.
I'd like to
Talley?
make a motion to appoint Councilwoman Kathy Abdo for the Cemetery Board of Trustees.
Need a second? Need a second for the Cemetery Board. Been motioned by Ms. Talley. Need a second?
Support.
Okay. Been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Mr. Wadsworth for appointment of the Cemetery Board. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Discussion. She has
I had a
discussion.
question, John.
Okay,
That's why
I'm
I didn't
sorry.
want to
Okay.
make the second.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Webb.
Your term on the Cemetery Board of Trustees, has her term expired, or did it expire after the election? I don't know if you're still on it or not, how many years did it go? Because you don't have to be a council member, well, I guess if you're a representative,
There has to be
you
one
would.
council representative.
It's
So it
concurrent
ended.
with her, with the term.
Okay.
The 4-year term.
All right,
Okay. Okay, Ms. Webb?
yes.
Ms. Williams? Ms. Williams?
No.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6H, appointment of council representative to the Municipal Library Board. It is necessary for council to appoint a representative to the Municipal Library Board with the term that is concurrent with their elected term.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
If I could, I've been the member on the library board for the past 10 years, and I think it's time to let somebody else have a chance. I'm going to, if she'll take it, I'm going to nominate Mrs. Abdul for the library board.
Support.
Thank you.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Talley, to represent the Municipal Library Board. Ms. Abdo, any discussion?
Yes,
Go ahead.
there are 7 of us up here. And Ms. Abdo, this will be your 3rd appointment representative? Are you sure that, that you're going to be available for our special meetings, our executive sessions,
I don't
our
miss
regular council meetings with all 3 of these projects under your belt?
Yeah, they're not on the same time, and I'm retired, I got time, and I work well at the library.
Mr. Chair?
So do I. I mean,
I didn't know you
I do the
wanted
book sales and everything else. Now, you said that you work well with it, but this is, there's 7 people sitting up here. But run the vote.
Wait, Ms. Roscoe had a question.
The main concern is there anybody else that would like to sit on that board? And if so, I think it should be spread out, just like Ms. Webb said. There's 7 of us, and nothing personal,
be on the board?
but we've already got Kathy on the pension board and the cemetery board.
No problem.
Yeah, and then, like Mr. Walker asked, is anybody interested? No one said anything. So, yeah, yes, he
Nobody
did.
asked that.
Yeah.
That, he just nominated Kathy.
Yeah. Well, it was,
Do you want to be on it?
No, I was just bringing it up that, we cannot just keep stacking the deck
Okay.
with a representative. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't, no. Just run the vote. I don't.
okay, Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
No.
Ms. Webb?
No.
Ms. Roscoe?
No,
Ms. Abdo?
Yes. Come on, John, be a man.
Chair votes yes, motion failed. 1, 2, 3,
Then somebody needs to step up.
wait a minute.
4 to 3, it fails.
4 to 3, pass.
they meet during the
Wait a
day.
minute. Oh, the 3, Williams said no, Webb said no,
Then somebody step up.
and who else said no? Roscoe, that's 3, and, okay, motion passed. Next. Next.
Oh, through the chair.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Councilman William Wadsworth to the Retirees Healthcare Trust Administration Board of Trustees.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Abdo,
Yeah.
for appointment for the Retirees Healthcare Trust Administration Board. Any discussion?
If there's anybody else that would like to sit on the board, they have it. If not, I'll take it.
Okay, roll call vote. Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes,
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Talley.
I'll
Yes.
abstain.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
And the last action item under my report, in accordance with Section 5.5 of the Romulus City Charter, I am requesting council to acknowledge the appointment of Dejan Hockenhall as the deputy clerk, who shall possess all the powers and authority of the city clerk and exercise all duties subject to the control of the clerk.
Through the chair, if I may,
Yes,
I'd like to make a motion to concur with the clerk with her appointment of her deputy clerk.
Support.
who supported that?
Ms. Williams.
Been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Williams, for appointment of deputy clerk. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. That concludes the clerk's report. Takes us to number 7, the treasurer's report.
Good evening, council, mayor, clerk, deputy clerk, city attorney, administrative staff, and listening audience. First, I'd like to congratulate all those that are returning for an elected position, as well as congratulating newly elected Mayor McCray. And I have 2 items under my agenda tonight. I respectfully request council acknowledgement in the appointment of Tracy Leininger as Deputy City Treasurer, who shall possess all powers and authority of the city treasurer and exercise all duties subject to the control of the treasurer.
I'll make the motion to support.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Williams, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for the appointment of deputy treasurer. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Williams, Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Webb,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Tally,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The second item under my report is in accordance with Section 6.14 of the Romulus City Charter and Michigan Complied Law 211.43B, the council shall select a depository or depositories in which the funds of the city shall be deposited. I am therefore requesting adoption of the attached depository resolution. There's a list of all the depositories that we do business with and the treasurer's office.
Through the chair,
Yes, Ms.
I'll
Webb?
make that motion to accept what has been presented to the city council. The treasurer.
Been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Williams, for depository resolution that was presented. In discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
I do have one more item under my report. I'd like to remind all of the audience and those at home that tax bills will be going out, and you should receive them on December 1st. As always, if you have any questions, please call my office. The number there is 734-942-7580. Thank you so much. And that is it under my report.
Thank you.
Okay, it takes us to number 8, public comment. And this is the portion of the agenda for those who are in the audience and would like to address city council. The rules to address city council can be found on the back of the meeting agenda. If you would like to address the city council, raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and state your name. Please note, members of the public who submitted a public comment card will be called upon first. You will have 3 minutes to speak, and any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. And as a reminder, members of the public viewing tonight's meeting via the city's broadcast channel or YouTube Live can submit their public comments to publiccomment@romulusgov.com before the end of the public comment period. Mr. Chair, we have several written requests this evening, and we also have an email that was submitted that was requested to be read. So we'll start off with those who have submitted cards. The very first request is from Sherry Hester.
I'd just like to make a comment on number C, you prayer. You know, I think it's a shame that we, the city, come for city business. We didn't come here, y'all bickering among the council peoples. We didn't vote for this. I think it looks really bad on Romulus, the first day of election, and we get this. you know, I think this is a shame on Romulus. We here for business. We need to be getting the city of Romulus about our business. We need to get stores in our city. We need to get business here, and y'all muckering. That's a shame. You know, you should be ashamed. You need to look in the mirror at yourself and point the finger and three pointed at you, because it's a shame. This is what we voted for. I am really ashamed. And that's all I have to say. I had more, but I am ashamed of you, city council, tonight.
The next request to speak is Byron Butler.
Hi, my name is Byron Butler. I've been a resident of Romulus my whole life. I'm here to, I'm make it short and sweet. The voters have spoken. Our mayor is Bob McCray. Our mayor pro tem, John Barton. The voters have spoken.
Thank you.
The chairman pro tem, Virginia Williams. It's what it is. You can't go against what the voters have voted for. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And anything short of that, anybody having any animosity considering this whole thing is ridiculous. I mean, it is what it is. The voters have spoken. I'm so glad that that it didn't go up for it did go up for a vote, but I'm glad that it wasn't an issue, because it would have been a major issue. Like I said, we have a mayor, we have our mayor pro tem, we have our chairman pro tem. That's what it is. And I'm gonna agree with Ms. Hester. We have bigger fish to fry. You know what I'm saying? Our city leadership should be for our people. You know what I'm saying? We should have enough rooftops in this city of Romulus with the new communities where we can entice some of the big box stores. And even bigger than that, our community is no better than our school district. Do you all hear what I'm saying? You're not gonna get people moving in if your school district, if people are putting their kids in kindergarten through elementary school at Barth, Wick Elementary, some of these schools like this where they're getting educated, but then they're pulling them out, they're not sending them to the middle school. They're not sending them to the high school. That's not helping our tax base. We need to address some major issues, get big box stores in here so the money can circulate through our citizens. Our money doesn't circulate. I work for Chrysler, okay? My money goes directly out to Canton. It goes to Belleville. It goes to Novi. It goes to Westland. That money doesn't circulate. It should circulate through our children being able to get jobs at a Myers, at a Walmart, in our city. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we got bigger fish to fry. Let's stay focused on the community. You know what I mean? And the community needs. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Buck.
The next request is Crystal Price.
Good evening, Council. Crystal Price. I have a couple questions I need to ask. We are here today concerning the people's business. The two questions, well, I have a couple questions. The two questions I have, or a couple questions I have, is to the chair. I'd like to ask the clerk, what is the time frame that you have to wait to recall a newly elected person?
I don't know that right off the top of my head. I would have to look it up. I'm sorry.
Could you please get that information for me?
We could, yeah. And it is available on the Michigan Bureau of Elections website, but I just don't know it off the top of my head.
Okay, and do you know what the amount of signatures do the Romulus residents need? Do you know that?
It varies from the previous general election, and I think it would be, nope, I believe it would be the 2020 election right off. But I don't quote me on it off the top of my head.
Okay.
I'd have to look up that information.
Okay, can I contact your office to get that
You
information?
can. Yes, you can.
Okay, I appreciate it. And
I'm glad, like Mr. Butler said, I'm glad this election of the chairman pro temp was settled today, but it's far from being done. And then also the Romulus residents, through the chair again, has the court paid the $10,000 water bill, Mr. Chair?
We'll answer that under unfinished business.
Well, I'm asking the question.
I'm telling you, unfinished business.
No, I'm asking the question now.
I just said unfinished business.
And this is why the Romulus residents, one thing we must do as residents, we have to stick together. We're here today concerning a lot of concerns with the city of Romulus. And it's time for the city of Romulus residents to rise up, stand as one, and request an election forensic audit. Stuff it's just not right. Now, you're waiting till comment for it to go under, what'd you say you wanted to go under?
Unfinished business.
Okay,
Yes,
but I
ma'am.
have questions regarding that. So what do I do, come back up here?
No,
So you're just gonna cut me off and just, I can
you
sit
can
down
call
and
the
that's it?
department afterwards, but unfinished business, and that's it.
This is what we're talking about, John.
That's what we talked about.
Enough is enough.
Yes.
I was just gonna say to Ms. Price, she addressed, and you can have a seat. She addressed you as the mayor pro tem. So I'm sure that's why I didn't say anything, because you addressed your question specifically to the mayor pro tem.
And I specifically said unfinished business. Thank you. Move on, Madam Clerk.
The next request to speak is Ms. Linda Mitchell.
Good evening.
The bad boy.
Congratulations to all of you who won, and those of you who feel like you won more than what you won. Now, last time I checked, Miss Virginia was 100 votes behind you, Mr. Burton. And just sitting back looking, maybe when you guys get home, you should look at yourself and think about how you look. You have some that when certain people speak, they turn red. They put their head down. They put their finger in their ear. It's rude. We start teaching our children when they're in preschool, manners. Get some.
Next.
The last written request we have is from Harold Cummings.
Good evening.
Evening.
Congratulations on you winning your elections. However, it saddens me to be a resident here to see what is going on tonight. This 6C vote should have never been even questioned. I understand the charter has said it, but we had precedence, right? And we should have followed that precedence without question. And to see our city council so divided, it's not good. It's not good. What businesses want to come here? We have a lot of residents, like Mr. Butler spoke. We are trying to keep our properties up and so on, and it just seems like we're just getting dumped on by the decisions that are being made in here. We have to do better. We have to have some vision. I was hoping to see some change in this board this time around because we need some new vision. We need to go in a different direction. I think the Pumpkin Festival and all those things are great, but we can be so much more. And I just want to see better. Other question. The charter says 6.7. Does Robert rules interfere with you accommodating citizens to speak? Because sometimes we can't wait to the open forum to talk. We need to talk about issues before you vote on them. And I think somehow in your rules, you need to allow the people to voice to be spoken. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, that was the last written request, but we did receive an email
Okay.
prior to the meeting. This is coming from Gina Stewart, and it reads as follows. Good afternoon, Clerk Ellen Bragg, Romulus Administration, and Romulus City Council members. This email is to address and question the procedure used to fill positions in tonight's meeting. I noticed that according to the November 8th, 2021 agenda, all the positions that are filled under the clerk's report are by appointment except the one for Chairman Pro Tem, item 6C. First, why is the selection process for this position different than the 6 other ones under the clerk's report and the one under the treasurer's report? Second, what process was followed for this position after the last election in 2017? Was it appointed or elected? Third, if the process on the agenda is different for this position than it was if the process on the agenda is different for this position than it was in the past elections, why is it? Fourth, who creates and who approves the agenda before it is included in the packet for the city council meeting? Thank you for taking the time to read this email during public comment portion of the November 8th council meeting. Signed, Gina Wilson Stewart, Western Wayne County, NAACP President. And just for the record, Mr. Chair and Council, I did speak with Ms. Stewart, and I did respond to her questions.
Thank you.
Those are all the written requests to speak under public comment.
From the audience? Bill?
It is Charles Miller. I live on St. Aloysius. Been here since 1946. I'm so happy to see all these folks here. This is the power. This is the power. Congratulations to all for winning. We see how this council has grouped together to both ostracize and marginalize Councilwoman Williams. Because she chooses to speak truth to power. Today, we have seen the loosing of the wind, and I fear soon Romulus will be reaping the whirlwind. Thank you.
Thank you. Next. Any other comments from the audience? If there's no more other comments, we'll close that part out, Madam Clerk.
That takes us to number 9, unfinished business.
Under the unfinished business, question was asked, there was a water bill paid. I'm going to refer that to, I'm not a person that checks and see if, in the clerk's business, whether, the court's business, whether water bill is being paid or not. That's not my job as a chairman. So I would suggest if you can call the department heads or clerks, and maybe they can give you some information.
I'd like to speak.
Can Julie speak on it?
Julie, can you speak on that, or the mayor?
Yes, I know as soon as we heard that amount on that bill, we were alarmed by that. And the first thing we did was send our DPW crews over there to make sure there wasn't a physical leak or something that was, we weren't being able to monitor. We verified that there was no leak. So right now they're going through an audit just to make sure it's an accurate bill. So they're establishing it with new construction. We want to make sure there was no huge water loss or a leak. And now we're looking at the other side of it. So we're still working on it. We should have an answer through finance very soon. And by very soon, I mean by next council meeting.
Okay, next councilman. And would you follow up with Ms. Price if you have any other questions about the water bill? Thank you.
Definitely.
Excuse me, under communication.
Oh,
I just
any
have
more
a question
unfinished
for
business?
So I'm to assume, I was to assume under the water bill that it wasn't a series of unpaid water bills, right? They had been paying regularly, it's just all of a sudden this big water bill came. Because at first I got the impression that this had been a long-term unpaid water bill, and I called, and they said, no, they do pay monthly, but for some reason, this past month went off the charts. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right,
That's correct.
thank you.
It was the anomaly. It did spike up, and it's got us looking into doing an audit of the whole system to find out what the issue is.
All right, thank you.
Any more unfinished business?
Yes. The letter that each one of us received from the former mayor's office did state that it was several months. It wasn't 1 month. And so, and you're looking at, if I'm not mistaken, each one was running a total over $4,000. You know, my concern, as I said at the last meeting, I understand working with the court, I truly do. But do we give the residents, including myself, that same consideration? Because after the bill, a resident bill is over $300. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's $350. You're threatened to be shut off. Then you have to pay to have it turned back on. They won't come back out the same day. You have to wait till the next day. So are we dealing with the court in the same manner? That's all I'm saying. Working with the court, I'm sure, I was really hoping that $18 million building didn't have a leak. But how long do we have to work with them? Because this was not a 1 month bill. It wasn't. And every last one of us council should have got that same memo that I received saying that we're working with the court. My concern is, do we work with the residents in that same manner? By the next meeting, it shouldn't be. I seen where they put $2,000 on a $10,000 bill. They need to make better payments because you can't go to the court and owe any court fees or fines without them threatening to put a warrant out to you. So we should serve the court the same way we serve our residents. They need a certain amount of time to pay that bill, and it shouldn't be no more than by the end of this week. Thank you.
Any other unfinished business? Go ahead. No more comments from the audience.
No.
No, you spoke already. I'm sorry. Yeah.
John, follow our
Kathy, you need to be quiet.
Go ahead, Madam Clerk.
Number 10 is new business.
No business. Mr. Wadsworth?
If I can, just on a personal thing here. We all campaign, we all put our signs out. Most of them are picked up. If you haven't picked them all up, go back and check and pick them up. Let's make our city look clean and neat. And myself, if somebody spots one of mine, please call me. I'll come pick it up. But you know, we've got 143 more meetings here, and we have to stop the bickering, the finger pointing. You know, it's got to come to a stop. It's got to come to a stop. It can't go on the way it is, and it's going to have to stop. And I'm asking my colleagues up here. You know, everybody's here part-time. Nobody does this to get rich, you know, and support themselves. I should say, not most of us, but all of us are here because we have a vision for this town. Maybe it's different than your vision, but we all have a vision for this town. And let's start respecting ourselves. Respect, 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 instead of this butting in, screaming, finger pointing. Thank you, Mr. Harden.
Any other new business from the council?
Yes.
None? Okay, now you get.
I would just like to say, it's funny when it's, the shoe is on the other foot. I don't agree that we've been bickering. To have a disagreement, that's normal. That's normal. That's not, I mean, no two individuals will ever agree. They shouldn't. That means something's wrong. So to consider it being bickering and because you don't agree, that's a little bit too far to the left. And I think, you know, you can't say what one should do when no one else is doing it. I agree, we should take care of the city business, that's why I'm here. But because I don't agree sometime, or one of my other colleagues don't agree, that doesn't mean they're wrong. because it sounds like bickering, because what you hear may be something totally different than what's being said. And that, thank you, Chair.
Okay. Any other new business?
Through the chair, if I may.
Ms. Webb?
In regards to what both my colleagues just stated, there is a way that we can get around any type of discussion in the future that's prolonged, is by communication. That's something that we, the council, has not had, and we need to communicate with one another when we receive our packets, if we have questions, because it's not about the administration, it's not about anyone except us. We're the ones who are the checks and the balances. And we need, as the 7, call your colleague, discuss it before we get here, then that way we can be on one accord. A lot of times, the audience doesn't even need, some things don't even need to be discussed because they understand. The people who are in attendance, as well as the people who view at home, they understand. But then there are times where the discussion is going to go further, but at least we, the 7, have discussed it among ourselves. That's why we're here, because we have to figure out what is the best way to present, as well as take care of our residents, their requirements. Let's take care of you all, and I would, and now that I have the floor, I'd love to see this chamber with this many people in it every first, second, and fourth Mondays of every month. If you come and attend these meetings, go online, see what the agenda's about. If you feel that it's important to you, come out. We need your help as well as you need our help. Call us. We need, some things can be resolved before the next meeting. We want things to run smoothly and very professionally, but you, the residents, you have to help us as well. Because if we don't know what it is that's on your mind before that Monday night meeting, okay, and we have, I don't know how many things on our agenda, yes, we want to help. And I appreciate you being here. I want to see the chamber filled. Excuse my voice, but you know what? I am so hoarse right now from campaigning, but I value our residents. So if we can get ourselves in order, and I'm going to see by the next meeting who called whom and what did we discuss. And if you didn't call me and discuss something on the agenda that you have a problem with, I'm going to call you out. It's not bickering, but I'm going to call you out because our job is to communicate. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Webb. Any other new business? If not,
Number 11 is warrant.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we pay warrant 21-21 for the following amounts.
Okay.
General Fund, $42,031.36. Major Street Fund, $137,217.30. Local Street Fund, $2,204.98. Public Safety Fund, $22,791.15. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $7,516.36. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $92,670.97. Michigan Indigent Defense Fund, $22,652. 911 Service Fund, $689.44. Library Fund, $36,379.07. DDA, $6,376.26. Tifa District 2, $4,138.50. Water and Sewer Fund, $429,114.22. Motor Vehicle, $25,209.65. Technology Services, $5,643.18. Retiree Insurance Benefits, $11,632.17. Revolving Fund, $4,855. Current tax, $8.11. Payroll fund, $6,579.89. Total of all funds, $857,709.61.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Mrs. Talley, to pay warrant 21-21 for $857,709.61. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, and the motion is approved.
Mr. Chair, I have another warrant, warrant 21-21E,
Okay, Ms. Abdo?
and the amount is $17,545. This is the amount for the election workers for this past election.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Talley, to pay warrant 21-21E for $17,545. And another thing, I'd like to thank the election workers for a great job they done for the city of Romulus. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams? Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. That takes us to number 12, which is communication.
Communications, Ms. Treasurer, Tracy Page.
Yes, I just wanted to, this Saturday, we had the foreclosure program at the RAC, and I want to thank those at the RAC. I want to thank the clerk's office. I want to thank Tina Talley for coming out, and for all the residents that came out to inquire about their property or some of the payment programs. If you couldn't make it this past Saturday, there is one in E-course this Saturday. If you need more information, please call the office. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other communication? I'd like to say, if no other communication, I'd like to thank Mr. Byron Butler for your communication about getting the, who's been elected and what we need to do to take care of business. I appreciate that communication, and we listen to that. I'd like to also thank the audience for adhering to the 3 minutes, like other cities, though, in the United States. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Is there any more communication? Takes us to number 13, adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Webb,
Yes.
for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Mean to cut you.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams? Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we are adjourned. Thank you.